In today's YouTube video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the new top 5 meta loadouts here in Black Ops 6 that are super broken. They're going to help you get higher kill games, increase your KD, and if you're trying to get your first tactical nuke, it's going to help as well. So if you guys are new, find this video help you out in any way, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. So now getting into our first weapon in this list, we have the Kilo 141. We all know how good this weapon is. Now, I do believe we're not going to get an AR in Season 5, with that probably being our last season for Black Ops 6. So the Kilo will still probably be the best AR until the next Call of Duty game that drops in November here. But for this build, we are going to start with the muzzle, which we're going to go ahead and throw on probably the new best muzzle in the game that you should be using, and that is the ported compensator, the first shot recoil control, the vertical recoil control, the recoil stabilization. All this is going to help out a lot, just keeping this weapon calm. You're going to be more accurate. You're hitting your shots no matter what range you can take your gunfights to, so make sure to have this on for your first attachment. Now for my underbarrel here next, we are going to add on the G grip, more recoil stabilization. We're getting some horizontal recoil control here, and also some hip fire to aim down sight accuracy. The main reason why I use this attachment is just for that recoil stabilization, keeping the weapon more stable. We're going to be more accurate, but also that extra recoil control is just going to help smooth out that recoil pattern, making this weapon easier to control. So this is going to be our next attachment. Now for my magazine, we are going to add on the 50 round mag, the first extended mag. This is all you really need to run. The time to kill is nice as long as you're hitting your shots, so you literally never have to reload, which is great. Now for my rear grip, we are going to add on the commando grip here. This can help with aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, and jumping aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed as well. Just keeping our shots clean. We're being aggressive if we need to have that run and gun type of play style, aiming down sights faster, shooting faster off a sprint and a jump. This is going to help out a lot for those higher kill games. And then we're going to go here to last is our stock, and we're going to be adding on the infiltrator stock. This is still the best stock in the entire game. You're moving faster when aim down sights. You can pre-aim into your corners, pre-aim into your gunfights, win more gunfights with just this one attachment here. The infiltrator stock should be the only stock that you're using here, but here is my full build for the Kilo 141. If you are someone experiencing high latency or have bad FPS on Call of Duty, you need to check out LagoFast. LagoFast can help reduce high latency on any console and even boost your FPS on PC. It's super easy to install in just a few clicks, and it can also help you get easier lobbies. So if you're trying to level up faster, get higher kill games, get tactical nukes, complete the hardest challenges in the game, or want the coolest camos in Black Ops 6, go download LagoFast. Take control of your game and go use code Paradox at LagoFast and try out their free trial. Link will be in the top part of the description. Now for my next weapon here, we have the SOG SMG. Now you really don't see too many people talk about this SMG anymore, but I will say this is literally a hidden gem right now after them buffing some of the attachments on this SMG here. We have another 5 attachment build for you guys, and we're going to start with the muzzle here first, since the iron sights are very clean. And here we're going to go ahead and throw on the monolithic suppressor. This is going to keep us off the radar. We're staying stealthy. We're being quiet. This is going to help us stay alive a lot longer. We are getting that faster bullet velocity and better damage range. I think that one thing that's really needed on this SMG is to be better at longer ranges, so the damage range on this suppressor is going to help out a ton. Now for the barrel next, we are going to add on the long barrel for more damage range. This and the suppressor being on this SMG, this thing is absolutely insane at longer ranges. You're going to be more dominant at longer ranges against ARs, LMGs, other good SMGs at longer ranges like the LC-10, the Tanto, the C9, the PP919. There's so many good SMGs at longer ranges, so we just need to be on top of that. So the long barrel and the monolithic suppressor on this SMG is going to be super good. Now, next, we are going to go ahead and add on an underbarrel here, which we're going to go ahead again and add on the G grip, recoil stabilization, horizontal recoil control, hip fire to aim down sight accuracy. This is going to help out a lot, just keeping this weapon calm, which is going to make you more accurate. Now for my magazine here, we are going to add a larger mag, which we're going to go with the 45 round mag, the first extended mag here. We are losing a little bit of reload quickness, nothing too crazy though. I don't really see any slower reload speed, so we're adding this on so we just don't have to reload every time we get a kill or two. And then for our final attachment, I'll give you 2 choices here. You could go with the rear grip, the ergonomic grip, which I would choose for this weapon, or with the handling still being very high on this weapon, you could add on the recoil springs if you want to for extra recoil control. It's totally up for you though. I can control this weapon pretty good, so for my final attachment, which I would go with, is the ergonomic grip, so I'm shooting faster off a slide in a dive and getting faster aim down sight speed. And here is a full build for for the SOG. Now for our next weapon here, for weapon number 3, we have the Grov 556, the SWAT 556, whatever you may call it here. I think you already know what we're going to be doing with this weapon here. We're going to go ahead and turn it into an AR, and it's still one of the most dominant weapons. I'll be honest, I really don't see too many people use it anymore, but with them buffing this weapon, it is still a very broken weapon that you need to have in your arsenal here. Now, we're going to use 8 attachments. We're going to be using all the attachments on this weapon, so go ahead and run Gunfighter as your wildcard here. And for our first attachment, it's very important that you do this here first. We're going to be adding on the Graw conversion kit, making a fully automatic weapon. We get better vertical recoil control and horizontal recoil control and movement speed. So this is going to be really nice. That is very important that you go ahead and add that on for your first attachment though. Now we are going to start with the muzzle here first though, and add on the monolithic suppressor. Being off the radar, staying stealthy, being quiet, helping to stay alive a lot longer. We are getting faster bullet velocity and better damage range as well. Just overall making this AR so much better to use. Next, we are going to the underbarrel, and we're going to be adding on the Ranger foregrip, horizontal recoil control, sprinting movement speed, be more aggressive, moving faster around the map, get into more gunfights, get those higher kill games, and just overall having better control of this weapon. Having good accuracy is going to help out so much. With this weapon being very broken at longer ranges, you're going to be able to dominate if you can be able to control your shots, which the Ranger foregrip is going to help out a lot. Now for the magazine, we are going to add on the only option that we have here, which is the full auto extended mag. We have a 50 round mag, and we're also getting a lot of recoil stabilization, just keeping the weapon super steady, making it more calm, more smooth. That's going to help us be more accurate, which is nice. And also, we don't have to reload all the time, which is the best part about this. Now for my rear grip here, we're going to go ahead and throw on the commando grip here for that aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. The handling is pretty bad on this weapon. We need to bring that back up, so we're going to add on the commando grip, work on some handling, help us be more aggressive if we need to get super aggressive, have that aggressive running gun type of playstyle, so make sure you add on the commando grip. Now for my stock here, we are going to add on the infiltrator stock. You're getting a crazy amount of aim walking movement speed. You're moving very fast when aimed down sights. Our aim walking movement speed is actually going up by 24%, which is insane on this weapon. So we're going to add this on. This is very important. And then we're going to the laser here, and we're going to be adding on the target laser for the aim idle sway delay and the aim walking steadiness. We're going to be aiming down sights a lot with this build, so that walking steadiness is going to help out a lot. So the target laser is going to come in clutch on this weapon here, but this is probably one of the most dominant weapons you could be using right now. Now jumping into weapon number 4, we have the KSV. Now if you didn't know about this SMG here, it actually has the fastest time to kill out of all the other SMGs in the game, up to 20 meters. So if you're using the KSV, you're hitting your shots very good up to those 20 meters, you are going to be dominant, and I'm going to be showing you a build to make this weapon a whole lot better, and it's going to be easy for super high kill games you're going to love. Now for this build, we are going to start with the muzzle and add on the compensator for the gun kick control and recoil control here. This weapon does have a fast fire rate. We need to keep it under control. This is going to be a good attachment. Next, we are going to the barrel and adding on the long barrel here for the better damage range. It's actually going up a good amount here. This weapon is great up close. It's okay at medium range and not really the best at longer ranges with no long barrel or anything. Adding on the long barrel is going to make this weapon great at medium range, and it's going to make it okay at longer ranges. So up close, you're going to be fine. Medium range, this weapon is good, and once you start getting to the longer ranges, you really just gotta hope you're hitting your shots there, but the long barrel is gonna make this weapon 100 times better to use. Now for my underbarrel next, we are going to add on the G grip, recoil stabilization, horizontal recoil control. It is going to help out so much on this SMG, so make sure you have this attachment on. Now for my rear grip here next, we are going to add on the ergonomic grip. If you didn't know, this weapon attachment got buffed on every single weapon in the game. It does have a faster slide and dive to fire speed by 5%, which is going to help us be a little bit more aggressive, and we're getting that aim down sight speed as well. This is going to be a great attachment. And then we're going to the fire mods here and adding on the recoil springs. Now the vertical and horizontal recoil control on this weapon actually got a buff on the recoil springs. It's up by 3%, so instead of 10%, you are getting that 13% now. So this weapon is going to be a little bit more smooth and easier to control when firing the weapon with the recoil spring. So go ahead and throw this on, but I am telling you, this weapon is super broken, very accurate, and it's actually good at longer ranges, making this KSV a whole lot better. And then jumping into our final weapon here in today's video, we have the good old XM4, which we all know how good this weapon is here. Now I have you a 5 attachment build. It's going to make it super broken. You're going to love this build and go absolutely crazy with it here. I'm telling you, this thing is going to be able to do everything, increase your KD, high kill games, tactical nukes. You are going to love it. Now for this build here first, we are going to start with the optic, which we're going to go ahead and add on the Kepler Microflex. Like I say, this is the best. and easiest optic to use in the entire game, so make sure to have it on here. Now for my muzzle here next, we are going to add on the ported compensator. This did get a buff on every single weapon in the game. I've mentioned that multiple times already here, but the ported compensator should probably be one of the muzzles that you start using regularly on this weapon or any weapon in the game now. The vertical recoil control, the first shot recoil control is going to help out so much. Now we're going to skip the barrel and the underbarrel. We're going to skip the magazine and go to the rear grip here next and add on the commando grip. Now we're going to get faster aim down sight speed, sprint the fire speed, and everything. Overall, this attachment is going to help us be a little bit more aggressive. Now for my stock here next, we are going to add on the infiltrator stock for the faster aim walking movement speed, moving faster around the map when aimed down sights. We can pre-aim into our corners faster, pre-aim into our gunfights, be ready for those gunfights, win more gunfights with just one attachment being this stock, so make sure to have this on. And then we're going to go to the fire mods here and add on the recoil springs. This got a buff on the XM4 as well, as better vertical and horizontal recoil control, so adding this on is going to give us full control of this weapon and make this weapon super accurate. We're still being aggressive. And again, this can be a great build for those high kill games, tactical nukes, and even increasing your KD. But right now, these are the top 5 meta overpowered loadouts that you should be using right now here in Black Ops 6 Season 4, right before Season 5. If you're trying to get nukes, high kill games, increase your KD, these are going to be the loadouts you need to use. So if you use any of these loadouts, let me know in the comments what was your favorite build and what was your best gameplay that you got with these loadouts. But guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.